Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. This is the first type of this video I've done, non-gameplay related. And honestly, I think it's just reached a breaking point for a lot of people where we have this just general frustration with NHL Ultimate Team. I've been reading, there's a lot of content creators where they're like, it feels like a job to them. This isn't my full-time job, clearly, with the amount of views I get, but I still enjoy this game. I like playing it and I want to see it do well. So this video I'm going to focus on if I actually had like some sort of decision-making power at EA, like what I would do in the near future to try to salvage Ultimate Team in NHL 22. I'm not saying it's all the right choices, or even it'll touch on every issue. I think there's some far bigger issues that need addressed going in NHL 23, but these are things that I perceive that maybe could be implemented in the near future in NHL 22. So starting out, the first thing I see all the time, typos in the game, which I don't think, like, I get that it happens. I work in finance. I have to send out these like monthly financial reviews to people. I've been in my position for like 18 months. So I send out like 2 a month to 2 different organizations. I had a couple typos in the past, like it happens, but hasn't happened in a long time. But this is something we see almost every day whenever there's a new banner in the store or something, right? So right here, we have Plays of the Year card. Then we have on the left, Players of the Year. There has to be some sort of like checks and balances they could do to make sure this doesn't happen. I don't care. I know people care. I know Junior Pens cares. He kind of always harps on EA about it, but they have to review this a little bit better, I'm assuming. So on this screen as well, we have Hut Rush. They have to reward the players better for playing it. Last week they released a thing where it was like if you get the max tier for playing Hut Rush for the week, you get 750 coins for completing it. To me, that was a slap in the face. It doesn't really make people want to play the mode. People play Hut Rush because A, because of the rewards, and B, it is like a fun break from the regular gameplay. But if you're just playing that just to get the rewards, it's 750 coins. That's virtually nothing in this game. I don't understand why they can't give out slightly better rewards. And I also don't understand why they can't have more longer-term reward structures. And what I mean by that is, like, once you reach your 1,000,000 points in Hut Rush for the week, like, you're pretty much done playing. We have longer-term objectives in Hut. Why can't we have longer-term objectives in Hut Rush? So I think that's something that could easily be added. We already have the point system in Hut Rush, so put those in. People will play longer. People will play Hut Rush, for a longer duration of time to achieve those longer rewards. The player base, it'll be easier to find games because not only will you have people going for the weekly points, you'll have people going for the long-term points. So I think that's something that could be added right away, just to make the mode a little bit better. I'm not saying it'll fix it completely. Moving on to squad battles, I don't really touch squad battles. I have a video posted on my channel where I got number 1 the first week because nobody played. After that, haven't touched it. So squad battles hasn't really changed. They did add a feature that lets you play shorter periods to finish quicker, but you get penalized for playing on shorter periods. So how I perceived squad battles to be improved, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I would like to see once you reach your max amount of goals, you can end it, right? So like, let's say I'm playing the computer, which you have to play the computer in squad battles. I score 5 goals in the first period. I'm up 5-0. I shouldn't have to finish out the game. I should be able to choose to end it. There's no reason why I just have to go sit in the corner and waste time for another 10 minutes. People are required, if they want to complete squad battles, to play 37 games. That's about 12 to 13 hours a week, and you're not even guaranteed like solid rewards. So by adding that like time completion incentive in there, right? So like if I'm really good at the game and I can score 5 goals in 5 minutes and finish it, maybe there should be some sort of time completion bonus. I like this personally because it adds sort of that like arcadey, like speed run culture to NHL, which hasn't been in there. Like this isn't a competitive mode, but people play it to get max points to compete on a leaderboard. I think you would start to see people, maybe posting like, I completed a squad battles game in like 2 minutes or something. There'd be sort of that speed running competitive atmosphere that I think would benefit it. And even without, that added just competitive atmosphere to it, people don't have to waste time finding that one spot in the offensive zone to just kill time. I don't understand why that's even a thing. It's not fun playing squad battles, in my opinion. I would say 90 to 95% of the people playing the game probably agree. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would add that like once you score your max amount of goals, or the max amount of goal differential, squad battles is over. You'll get your max points. You can move on to the next game. On this screen, hut challenges, completely terrible. I think it's embarrassing that these really haven't evolved in years. First off, whenever you complete a challenge, the challenge doesn't end, right? So if it scores shorthanded goal and it's 3-minute periods and you score a shorthanded goal in the first minute, you still have to complete the game against the computer for probably a terrible reward, right? It's probably like 300 coins or something. I don't touch the hut challenges, but they're not rewarding at all. I've played a little bit of Madden Ultimate Team. Whenever you complete the challenge in Madden Ultimate Team, the challenge is over. There's a lot of wasted time in NHL Ultimate Team where it's just, you know, you complete your objective, but you're just sitting there against the AI waiting for it to be over. So they need to, you know, once you complete your challenge, it's over. That technology should be in the game, I'd imagine. Whenever you're in the middle of the game and you press pause during a challenge, you're able to see that you completed it, right? So like if you can already see that you completed the challenge, why can't the game be over? Moving on to the online portion of Ultimate Team. Rivals, this is probably the biggest issue in the game. I think this is more of a longer term fix. In the short term, I think they need to just add a leaderboard in here, copy it straight from Versus. Not saying that's going to fix it because I don't think that will fix Rivals. But right now there's no like social atmosphere to it. Like we're playing an online game, but whenever I play it, like I feel like I'm on an island. I would like to see, you know, who are my recent games? Who did I play recently? How do they do? Like, what's their skill rating? Where are they at on the leaderboard? And also, why can't I view their team? I think that's kind of crazy. We could view people's teams in NHL Ultimate Team almost 10 years ago, and we can't do that now. There is just no excuse that that's not in the game. So if there is that leaderboard, maybe it doesn't impact, you know, rewards, but it adds that, you know, increased incentive to play for maybe some people. But actually just being able to view people to play the game, like it's something that should be in the game. It's 2021 and there isn't a leaderboard in an online video game. So it's just baffling to me. So I would add that. And then I also think the way that wins are rewarded in Rivals, so you have to score 5 goals to get your max points, right? I don't know why they decided on that arbitrary number of 5 goals. Because let's say like I'm in Division 2 right now. Let's say I get matched up with like a Division 1 player, great player, I win the game 2 or 3-1. I don't get my max points, but I just beat a great player. It doesn't make sense to me. And also the other added factor with that 5 goal thing is there's tons of times where I'm up like, 5 or 6-0 and somebody wants me to pull the goalie so they can get the, their max points. It doesn't add a good, gameplay style to it. It's not fun. I mean, and then there's also the flip side where maybe you're up 2-0 early on and the guy quits. You don't get max points. You probably would have gotten max points, but the guy quit, so now you're unable to get that. Another thing that's bad about Hut Rivals is that you're not rewarded for being in higher divisions. So right now there's a lot of people that are probably Division 1 and Division 2 players that are quitting out to get to the lower divisions because the reward rankings aren't really scaled well between the divisions. I'm not sure how you solve that. I think they already have a collectible system in the game for HUT champs, so I think there needs to be some sort of retention bonus for your weekly division ranking. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're in Division 1, maybe if you maintain that Division 1 ranking like every week, maybe you get 5 collectibles to use towards like a guaranteed item, like a player item or something, and just have it scaled down from there. There's a lot of small things they can do, but the fact that they're not doing anything right now and the mode hasn't improved since they've introduced it is kind of scary. So moving on to HUT champs, I don't think you're really rewarded for doing well in HUT champions this year, but I think this is the least of their concerns and the least of their issues right now. I like that they added collectibles to HUT champs. It is what it is. I can deal with HUT champs right now. And I think the other modes in Ultimate Team are just far worse. So this can stay the way it is, in my opinion. And then finally, I mean, moving on to these things, it is what it's the auction house, the store, whatever, you know, it is what it is. But my biggest complaint about Ultimate Team is the fact that these haven't changed in years. Like, I think it's inexcusable that, like, literally if you log on to like NHL 18 or 19 Ultimate Team, it is, these milestones have not changed like one bit. Like, they've literally been the exact same. So how do you fix that? Like, I don't know why they haven't added more milestones in the game. So if you look at like the top tab, right? So you have like objectives, you have milestones, then you have training camp from like that first set. This should be filled at the top. So what I mean by filled, right, is like, so you have milestones. Why can't you have like milestones for offense? And within that like subset, maybe it's like score like 100 one-timer goals. And you get rewarded with like an untradeable like Ovechkin card. It doesn't have to be an amazing card, but like reward people for like playing and doing specific things. Like another thing you can do within that, and this you know, maybe not a lot of people would get it, but like maybe it's score 5 Michigan goals online. It'd be very difficult to do, but if people are playing throughout the year, you know, some people might get that. So if you score your 5 Michigan goals online, maybe you're rewarded with like an untradeable Svechnikov that has like 99 deking and like that trick shot X factor. There's a lot of specific things that, you know, I'm not going to list them all out in a 30-minute video, but it's just embarrassing that this hasn't changed. And not that only it hasn't changed, it's gotten worse, right? So last year, you know, we'll look at win online games, right? So if you won 500 online games last year in NHL 21, you were rewarded with, I think it was like 8 gold collectibles or 8 icon collectibles. And that was like a guaranteed like $400,000 or 400,000 coin value. This year, if you win your 500 online games, you get a Jumbo Elite pack and you get a Jumbo NHL Players pack. Untradeable, and you're not guaranteed to get anything out of it. You can get just terrible cards. They have to add more in here. Like, I don't know what they're doing in, you know, for this. This has to change. Maybe this isn't a fix that they can put in NHL 22. I doubt it is. But moving forward for NHL 23, it's something that desperately needs addressed. So, like I said, these weren't... I think you can make a video an hour or two long about all the issues in Ultimate Team. I wanted to focus on things at least I think they could possibly address within a month or two. But let me know what you guys think. As always, I'm live on Twitch and on here on YouTube a couple times a week. And also check out Coffee and Chell podcast with myself and NoSleeves on Spotify and wherever you find your podcasts. So hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.